Well, if you are a happening hockey fan who has a signed Sidney Crosby Olympic jersey, a used Gretzky hockey stick, Bobby Orr's knee pads, or a picture of yourself with Bieksa, Burrows, or Luongo, it may make you a happier hockey fan or perhaps a richer fan. Bobby Atwal is a sports enthusiast who runs the Fan Zoo in Vancouver, and it is my pleasure to welcome Bobby Atwal to Studio 42 show and tell us more.
Thank you very much. Happy to be here. Thanks for having me on.
A lifelong sports fan, let me guess.
Yep, for as long as I can remember.
All sports, baseball.
Mainly hockey, mainly Canucks, but yeah.
Had to bring up baseball, you know,
Yeah.
because everybody says, well, I'm not really a baseball person, more NFL.
You got me pegged. Baseball and World Series time, but hockey number one, football two, and basketball and baseball.
Okay,
Yeah.
so what's the buzz at the zoo?
Anything to do with our home team. Just amazing the calls we're getting and the emails and the website hits. It's just people are in love with the Canucks right now, and we're having trouble keeping stuff in, and from signed jerseys to pictures to pucks.
And how does that work? You call up Kevin Bieksa and say, would you mind signing a jersey? Or you call up Trevor Linden or someone, would you mind signing a jersey? How do you do it?
With several of the players, we have a direct relationship. So we have worked with Kevin in the past, and he's one of the guys we do work with. Or we go via their agents or a referral. For instance, a couple of the guys that really helped us have been Mason Raymond and Alex Burrows.
Okay.
So, you know, they referenced us to Corey Schneider, to Rick Rippon, and so on and so forth. So it works like that. You gain the trust of the player by showing that you carry a high level of integrity, do things the way they're supposed to be. All of our items come with a certificate of authenticity, and we use licensed photos, so the guys are very comfortable. It's in a controlled environment. There's not, you know, a ton of people around, and so they're willing to give you a reference and say,
Okay, so as a consumer, how do I know this is an authentic Olympic jersey? So is that not Olympic?
Yeah.
That is
Yeah.
a Canucks jersey.
Yeah. Well, everything comes with, all of our items come with a certificate of authenticity.
Okay, signed by?
Signed by myself or one of our representatives. And if you look on our website, there's photos of us with several different NHL players, testimonials from different guys. And that's what you really want to look for in authentic memorabilia, is what the players are saying. So the uniqueness of items. This is, I'm going to lead into one of our uniquest items.
Okay.
This is obviously a current Canucks jersey here.
The real thing that they wear.
It's a replica jersey.
Okay.
But it's got the Stanley Cup patch on it. It's got 1994 for the last time the Canucks went to the
Right.
finals. 82 for the first time they went to the finals. And then I think you might recognize this name here. And
to Fanny,
yeah,
yes.
and it's signed
All
by
the boys.
signed by Mason Raymond to Fanny from All the Boys and the
Oh,
fans.
lovely.
And then by Alex Burrows, same thing.
Oh, and my name's on the back.
Yeah, and that's for you.
Do they know I can't skate backwards? Keep that our secret.
Yeah, people
Okay.
see you walking around with it on.
I'm
so.
not so good on corners either,
Yeah, you'll be
but I'll
fine.
wear that.
Yeah, perfect.
You bet, and I need to wear it today, as you know.
Yeah.
Sucked the air out of the room at our house last night.
Yeah, there's probably quite a few houses that weren't so boisterous
No
last night.
kidding.
Yeah.
What do you think happened, Bobby?
It's hard to say. I mean, I don't think anybody expected them to sweep. So, you know, it was one of those games
No.
kind of thing.
We didn't expect them to get thrashed, though. We expected, you know, a little glitch.
Yeah.
But that said,
They've been playing so well. I mean, you know, an off night, I guess, and today's a
I
new
know,
day,
we lit
so.
the cauldron yesterday. That should have helped.
Yeah.
Didn't seem to help much.
No, may have given the Bruins a little bit extra motivation.
Perhaps. Well, we'll just roast those bears.
Yeah.
I'm not worried.
No.
Are you?
No.
If they win the cup, when they win, sorry.
Yeah, yeah.
When they win
Yeah.
the Stanley Cup, will that jersey go up in value or not? Or does it matter?
Anything signed does appreciate in value over time, especially when something momentous happens, like a Stanley Cup or a gold medal. What'll happen is now with the gold medal jerseys,
Yes?
they're no longer available. So whatever
Okay.
Reebok produced or whoever produced is done. That's it, and you can't get that jersey anymore. They're still out there, but they're becoming more and more rare, as will be the case with something like a Stanley Cup
Like a
patch.
Stanley Cup
Yeah.
patch. What about this jersey no longer being made? You might be able to find one,
Yeah.
but could you get a signed one?
Yeah, we have several signed ones which we've stored, and we don't raise our prices, but they're becoming more and more rare
Right.
to get a hold of,
Okay,
and they
when
are
did you-
appreciating the value.
When did you do that? When did you know Crosby was going to shoot that goal?
Nobody knew that it was going to be him. And
Right.
in fact, he wasn't having the strongest Olympics leading up to the final game. But his signing agent has him sign several thousand numbers beforehand, and we work directly with his signing agent to procure the numbers.
And so it goes.
Yeah.
IOC weigh in with you or anything? Do you have any trouble when it's an Olympic team?
As long as, like we mentioned before, as long as you carry license to Memorabilia and royalties are paid the way they're supposed to.
It's okay.
It's okay.
Okay, first white towel. Where is that? Roger Nielsen would know.
Yeah, 1982. That was quite momentous, and you know, I mean, it's caught fever pretty much all over the world, really.
And where do you go to get autographs? You personally, being an enthusiast, do you go to the airport?
When I was a kid, I have to admit, when Pavel Bure first came to town, I did go with my rookie hockey card down to the airport and got him to sign the. I still remember it was an upper deck rookie card of him in his Russian jersey.
How great!
Yeah, and that's part of my personal collection. But now, I mean, we go directly to the player. We're not affiliated with any of the teams. Right. I'll work directly with the players themselves or the agents of the players.
Sure. And what else is in your personal collection?
I've got a Salt Lake City jersey signed by the entire team.
Right.
I've got a Wayne Gretzky and Mario Lemieux picture from the Olympics, signed by both of them. I've got some Gretzky lithographs, and my favorite piece is probably a picture of my kids with the Canucks team at Center Ice, which I bid through an auction at the Sports Memorabilia.
How great.
Special Olympics event.
Sure.
And so they got to go down to Center Ice.
And do you have a spouse or a partner who says, isn't it wonderful we have all this in the house?
Yeah, no, well, my wife likes it actually because all of our stuff is framed, like in essence, even with the products we sell, we nicely frame them in solid wood, use acid-free matting, so we make it look nice, so it's fitting
classy.
for any roof. Yeah.
Well, maybe one day she'll make you clean it out. We don't know.
Yeah, not yet.
Now this puck, tell me about this.
That's a puck signed by Alex Burrows.
Well, who would know?
Again,
I guess you'd know.
Yeah, again, it comes down to the certificate of authenticity, and we know as well that Alex has signed the puck and has the number 14 on it, but it's hard to make out on a puck.
Yes, and so did he actually hit that puck on the ice?
No, this is just an official puck.
That's just an official puck.
Yeah. We do carry some game-used stuff, but
a lot of it's in the Hall of Fame, I'm sure.
A lot of pieces like this puck that ends up being the Stanley Cup game winner will probably be in the Hall of Fame. The one from the gold medal, of course, is in the Hall of Fame.
Right. Do you have more men or women come to the store? I don't mean you're counting, but there are a lot of female hockey fans.
There are, and with Father's Day approaching, we're getting a lot of women calling and buying different things for dad or their spouses kind of thing. You know, they want to commemorate things like the 3 goalie piece we have with the 82-94 or current goalie.
Oh, that'd be great.
Yeah.
3 goalie piece, who's in that?
Richard Brodeur.
Brodeur.
From 1982, Kirk McLean from 1994.
And Luongo.
Roberto Luongo from
Okay, so the 3 goalie figures, and you've got the Bieksa signed photo, and Ryan Kessler. Have you got a Ryan Kessler?
Yeah, we've got Ryan Kessler as well. Ryan's one of our most popular guys right now.
And about that Alex Burrows.
Oh, yeah, Alex Burrows. For us, it's Alex Burrows, Mason Raymond, Roberto Luongo, the Sedins.
Sure.
Pretty much anybody.
Whoever scores that winning goal on whatever day it is.
Yeah, it does change.
I think Friday.
I hope so.
I hope so too.
I've got
but
tickets, so I hope so.
Whatever day it is, who scores the winning goal will definitely go up in value. Or not. Or how does it work?
I think there'll be a spike in definitely in value and in requests. So what'll happen is there's only so many signed pieces around, and the guys have been so busy. I mean, it's you know, you can't access anybody at this time. So the number of signed pieces floating around will be limited. So there will be an appreciation of value.
Right. And do you go back and have a Gordie Howe puck or a Bobby Orr puck or stick?
We've got stuff from everybody, right from Gordie Howe right up until the kid who's going to be the number 1 draft pick this year, Ryan Nugent-Hopkins.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so everything from Gordie Howe and in between to the guy who's going to be number 1 this year.
Sure, and the Sedins, I'm sure.
The Sedins are very popular.
Do you have young Sedins and old Sedins? Not that they're old, but when they first started?
There is some stuff that we can access through their signing agent that
Right.
shows them when they were fairly young and
Okay.
with the old
Sure.
uniforms on.
And if they played in the, say you become a Gretzky,
Yeah.
and you got a picture of Wayne when he was with Walter in the backyard.
There is some stuff out there like that. Wayne Gretzky has his own company, and we do work with them, WG Authentics.
Right.
And there is some stuff, you know,
Okay.
as a child.
How much fun you're having.
I love it.
I bet. What advice do you have for people who get stuff online and get ripped off online because it's not authentic? What questions should you ask? How do you know?
You want to definitely go to reputable dealers who the players speak highly of, who have relationships with the athletes or with the agents.
Right.
And it's one of those things. I mean, you know, you go, and it's an industry that's not regulated. And you see a lot of stuff on eBay for sale, for
Right.
instance, and people are like, "Oh, well, I can get that for half the price on eBay." Well, yeah, but it's not real, or it's a jersey that's been brought in. You know, it's from Hong Kong or China, and it's not a real jersey.
Right.
And the NHL is very diligent in tracking that down.
I'm sure.
Actually, some of the people from the NHL Network were here recently. They bought some jerseys from them. They told us the same thing. They said it's one of their pet peeves is all these jerseys. So what you want to do is you want to go to a reputable dealer. You want to make sure that there's past history with them. And if something is too good to be true, it's priced like
Right.
it's probably.
Okay, so if you have a box of hockey cards floating around,
Yeah, well, if you have a box of hockey cards floating around, there's a publication called Beckett, which tells you what they're worth. There are some dealers that buy from customers, and that we don't do that. We only do what we do with the athletes themselves,
Gotcha.
just for authenticity's sake.
okay, and Edler's broken stick, I guess that's not worth much.
Probably,
Or would it be?
Probably not.
Probably not.
Yeah.
But a stick signed by the entire hockey team, worth way more than one player?
Yes.
Yes, so it goes up in value. And what price point are we?
We've got signed jerseys from the entire team that retail between $1,500 and $2,000.
Really, 1,500 and 2,000?
Yeah.
That's good. Well, I like my jersey.
Yeah, it's a keeper.
One guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why not?
This will go up in value for sure with your name on it.
Well, I
Yeah.
was thinking,
Yeah.
of course it will. And we'll keep my skating ability secret,
We'll
okay,
keep that on-
Bobby?
We'll keep that on the down low for sure.
How nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Thank you for
Thank
having
you.
us on. Yeah.
Back to the fan zoo.
Yeah.
We need a little help
Okay.
tomorrow. Okay.
I think so.
Bobby Atwal from the fan zoo.